Good morning. It is Monday, October 25th, 2021. I'm back here for Daily Shakeup number 411. And today I want to talk about off and on. Not like, hey, I do it off and on, or we see each other off and on, but the idea of being off and on in our lives. My guess is many of you feel like you're always on. In fact, some of you pride yourself on always being on, and you'll talk about how, man, I'm always on. Or when you're in the office, whatever office is, man, I am on all day. When was the last time you said that? Probably yesterday or maybe Friday. I feel like I'm always on. And whether you're trying to be less on or proud and bragging about being on, I just want to talk about one of the costs of always being on. And in general, the cost is creativity, innovation. If you sat down right now and I said, just sit down right now and come up with a new idea, probably wouldn't work well. Most of us don't create on demand. Typically, most of our creativity, our best ideas come to us when we're off. You know, I discovered a version of off during COVID, and I'm realizing I'm starting to lose it and I want to get it back. When there was not a lot to do, especially in the early stages, often I would just get in the car and go for a drive. No destination whatsoever. I would just drive around and maybe listen to a book, maybe listen to some music, sometimes nothing. And I would say to think, but I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. And I found that when I've turned the buttons off, when I'm off, that's when the ideas just, they flow to me. Basically, I allow them by being off, instead of trying to be on to create on demand. You know, we don't create on demand. We create when there's an opening, an opportunity for that. And if my mind is cluttered with being on, where's the space for the creativity and the new ideas? So I guess what I'm saying is it's vital for you as a leader, wherever you're at, to create space of being off. And often that means fully off. That doesn't mean, hey, I watch shows and things like that. That means I'm not on. Okay. So we ought to have a third button. There's times that I'm on, there's times that I'm off. And then there's this button that says I'm just not on. But that's not the same as off. Because if I'm continuing filling my mind with external data or experiences, that's not really off. And we need more off. You know, we live in a world where people are constantly talking about being burned out. That means they haven't had enough off. That means they've got too much on or they've got too much not on, right? And that's not the same as off. So I want you to start thinking about your off button. And what would it look like to embrace more off in your days, in your weeks, in your time, and in your mind, to allow space for you and for that creativity. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. And by all means, stay connected.